The most important wine producers in any country are the pioneers. This is a pioneer. It's Bolney Estate. Welcome to the English Wine Project. My name's Fraser. Today, we're tasting Bolney from the Bolney Estate, one of the pioneers of English sparkling wine. So Bolney Wine Estate was founded in 1972, making it one of the earliest English vineyards. Starting small, but growing, and proving from a really early time that English wine was a force to be reckoned with. These guys have been respected, making English sparkling wine since the start. So let's get a map up. We're down in West Sussex, we've got a maritime climate, we're on green sand and clay. This is not the chalk background that we're used to with the other states that we've looked at so far, and this is going to give us a really nice different flavour profile from this beautiful terroir, but it's fantastic for the grapes required for English sparkling wine. With English sparkling wine, we're looking for fruit and we're looking for acidity. And with the drainage here, but the retention of some moisture to support those vines, we're in the perfect growing conditions for a really acidic, sharp, fruit-forward English sparkling wine. So this is made from the traditional champagne grapes, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. But in this case, we're at 55% Chardonnay, 43% Pinot Noir, and only a very tiny amount of Pinot Meunier. So we're looking for more of a lemon, fruity, fresh, tropical element to this sparkling wine. So these guys laid the foundation for English sparkling wine. So let's see what it's like in the glass. So again, this has been open for about a day. So the mousse is not quite as effervescent as it was when I first opened it, but that's fine. Let's give it a bit of a swirl, have a look at the color. Really nice color, a gentle yellow, bit of a straw element to it. Looks quite lemony actually. Let's have a bit of a smell. I'm gonna go quite tropical notes. There's a bit of sourness there. Bit of pineapple, bit of melon. Hint of grass, it's almost like an English Sauvignon Blanc. It's a beautiful nose. Let's have a bit of a taste of this. So what I'm really getting there is a strong aroma and scent of a lemon, which gives a really beautiful acidity that runs through your mouth and really makes you want another glass. Also, as you let it settle, you get a bit of melon, a bit of pineapple, a real tropical fruit note in the back of this. There's a beautifully forward-facing wine. Now, there's not a huge amount of depth to it. I'm not getting strong brioche autolytic characters. I'm not getting a meatiness or weight behind it. It's eager to please, it's fresh, it's exciting, but it's not a wine with a huge amount of depth, but it certainly is a wine that would really surprise people who are expecting that really traditional, heavy, chalky, bready note. So why don't we try a bit of bee alliteration for this beautiful Bolney. We've got bright bubbles, brisk balance, biscuity brilliance, but in a beautifully balanced and boldly British sparkling wine. But the question comes, do I want another glass of this? Well, I'm thinking it's beautiful, but I'm thinking it leads to another wine. I think you have a glass of this before you eat, and then you have another sparkling wine with your food. Or you have a glass of this as a welcoming drink, and then you move on to something a bit heftier. I rated this really highly in the blind comparison, and I'm still rating it well now. But for me, it's quite easy to please. It's very at the front of your palate. It's very at the front of your mind. But if you look kind of behind the curtain, it's just not quite got the density that I want. It's not got the richness that I want. It's not the thickness that I want. And although the acidity lasts beautifully, and it really does, I'm just not getting the lasting flavors so much with this. It's there, but it's just lacking something. So for an appearance, it's a beautiful color. I'll give it a 3.5. For the nose, with that citrus, with that slight tropical fruit, I mean, you'd come back to that time and time again. Yes, it doesn't have the brioche, it doesn't have the autolytic so much, but you're not expecting it necessarily. You don't have to chase it. It can be its own thing. So I'm going to give that a 3.5 too. On the palate, you want something a bit more. If you smell that beautiful flavor, you want, yes, flavor, and then what is there? Where's the grunt? And that's missing a bit, and I'm going to give that a 3. And do I want another glass? In a pub garden, on a 30-degree summer's day in England, I want 19 glasses of it. On a Sunday afternoon, after a walk, or just before dinner, a single glass. I'm not chasing another one. I'm going to give it a 3. So I think it might have scored actually lower than on the initial blind tasting, but when you compare this side by side with lots that have got similar notes, it really stands out. But on its own, it's just lacking that final kick. So let's get the scoreboard up and see where it matches in. So we've got the scoreboard. We've got Chapel Down leading the way at 12 points, but Bolney's just upset that. We've got a 13 for Bolney. So let's get that written on there. You have to colour that in a bit because the pen's giving up a little bit here. So a 13 for Bolney is going to put that above Chapel Down, and I think that's probably quite a reasonable place for it at the moment. I think it has more excitement than Chapel Down. It has fresher, brighter flavours. You'd probably drink more Chapel Down. You'd get through a bottle of that and think, let's go something more serious. I think with Chapel Down, you'd probably go on your second bottle and think, well, we could drink this for the rest of time. But I think that's really positive. So we've got a second one on the board. It's Bolney Estate. It's a beautiful wine. Let's see what we get with the other cuvées. What are you still doing? If you like English wine and you want to know more about English wine and you want more tasting notes from English wine, like and subscribe. It'll all be here.